All right, here we are for round number 1. We're playing against Europe. I don't know if that's supposed to be a play on Europe or what, but that's what it is. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't have any black mana, but we'll find it eventually. All right, blue-red, pretty bad matchup for this deck. All the blue-red variants are good against us. Hopefully they just play some Delvers and stuff. The problem is Augur Bolas is better than any card in our deck, and there's nothing we can do about it. Hopefully this is an island and a Delver. Alright, so we're playing against the blue-red control deck. It's probably the Trinket Mage deck that Umlebo was playing. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what we saw here. I'm assuming our Thermo Alchemist is going to get lightning bolted here, but I guess that is not what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and just bolt my opponent here and play my Rakdos Carnarium. Wonder if my opponent just thinks I'm on burn. Well, I'm not on burn, opponent. I don't think my opponent's going to have many targets for my lightning bolts anyway, so I'm fine just burning their face. Yeah, they're just a blue-red control deck of some kind. Nothing particularly interesting. I don't expect them to have creatures like I said, so I'm just going to bolt their face. I've already got Terminate and another bolt. I have to be the aggressive player here because their deck is way better in the late game than mine. I suspect I've already lost this game though. If they have an exclude here, I'm pretty much dead. But I have no other threats, so I just have to play this Rager out. Alright, it resolves, so we get to keep playing. I do have 5 points of burn in my hand. I'm expecting another accumulated knowledge if they didn't counter this or kill it. Yep. So, dead Rager. This is a terrible matchup. We basically can never win this matchup in a million years. But by golly, I'm going to try. Okay. Kind of stuck. Don't have a lot of black mana, so having trouble resolving multiple spells in a turn. And I had even more trouble resolving multiple spells in a turn because I didn't have multiple spells that I wanted to resolve. Okay, Bloodfell Caves. Gain us some life. So this is a deep analysis, it looks like. Of course. Hopefully they flash that back at some point and I can just burn them to death. I guess I'll play another Night's Whisper. I really don't want to get hit by an exclude on my Chittering Rats. Alright. Let's just bolt right now. I want to kind of hide the fact that I have this Firebolt because my opponent might be willing to go down to 2. And then I could, if my opponent is willing to go down to 2, they would have to have 2 counterspells for my Firebolt. I don't know the win condition of this deck, but honestly it doesn't really matter. They'll eventually kill us with whatever they feel like. An Electrickery. So Bloodfell Caves means next turn I can play multiple spells. I'm not just going to run my Chittering Rats into counter spells, especially since they missed a land. Or they had to discard last turn, so like you never know. Alright, Phyrexian Rager. Yeah, I'll play that guy. It just doesn't matter. Like, there's not even any reason for them to have to exclude it. But I mean, they can. They can exclude it. So I can Rat and Angler next turn. Okay, they are on the Flurry of Horns deck. That's interesting. Maybe I should have kept some bolts instead of just slinging them at their face. All right, what did they find? Another pieces and a firebolt. All right, let's play the rat. They didn't counter my rat. Interesting. The Gurmag Angler is going to cost him 2 removal spells. I'm going to leave my creatures in the graveyard just to scare them. So I've got 6 points of burn in my hand for my opponent's face. Alright. So they have a counterspell and an accumulated knowledge, so they've got to draw 3 for 2 mana. I do love this deck. Maybe I should be playing this deck, actually. This deck is way better than the Rakdos deck. I don't know what I was thinking. Just leaving up this Rakdos deck. This blue-red deck is a lot better against the aggressive decks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not blocking. I'm not letting them just bolt my angler. Swirling Sandstorm. Alright. Let's play another Rager. I am dead to triple bolt. Now I'm dead to just 2 bolts. Alright, back up a little bit. So, my opponent does have to kill me with those flurries. So it's possible I should just not be damaging myself and just concentrating on killing the flurries. Yep. So let's go ahead and terminate one of these. So I guess I should have blocked last turn. Prohibit, okay. So I'm dead to any burn spell. Yep. Alright, we dealt ourselves enough damage to die. So I want the Blightning, the Reaping the Graves, the Pyroblast, and the Duress. I have to decide if I want the Siphon Life or not. I probably don't. Alright, so those spells are great. Which spells are bad? Thermal Alchemist is bad. Pillar Flame is bad. Magma Spray is bad. Flame Slashes are bad. Firebolts are bad. So I guess I'll bring that in. I guess I'll have one more removal spell for their guys. So I guess I'll go with Flame Slash. Alright. This seems okay. Maybe I do want these Thermal Alchemists, but they're pretty bad. They just die to a burn spell. Alright, I'll bring in the 2 Thermal Alchemists and take out these 2. We'll try that. So I wonder if I could have won that game if I would just hold up all my bolts for their Minotaurs and kill them that way. At any rate, this deck has a bad matchup against every blue deck. Pretty much, except for Delver. We got a decent matchup against Delver, but we are unfavored against virtually every single blue deck in the format. So it's a little iffy to play this deck sometimes. I'll keep this. This hand's pretty good. Beetleback Chief is kind of hard for them to deal with. I'm going to start off with a Swamp. Gonna play my Bounce Land. Yeah, definitely playing the Bounce Land. Alright, I'm going to lead off with a Rager. We're just too slow to keep up with this deck. Like, they can kill all of our threats too quickly and easily. And I just have so many cards that don't do anything. Alright, so they have the 1 accumulated knowledge, and now they're discarding. Hydroblast, huh? Well, don't really want to give them just a free target for their next Hydroblast, so I'll just pass the turn. Darn, they drew a land. And I don't have anything good. Alright, one second, I'm going to pause the recording, you guys. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. I played a Blightning, they cast a counterspell. I played my bounce land. Oh, Echoing Decay should have definitely come out. I forgot about that one. So I really want to find some duresses or something. Alright, Thermo Alchemist coming down. Wow, I can't believe this didn't die end of turn or get countered. I mean, I guess they wanted to use their Flame Slash on something. So I'll play the Chittering Rats into their Exclude, and then I'll resolve my Beetleback Chief. That's kind of my expectation here. Ooh, even better. So holding onto the Beetleback Chief for a while really helped out. It's going to be harder for them to remove that guy. Okay, let's attack for 4. I'm just going to keep damaging myself. Another Night's Whisper. Another Night's Whisper. I'd really like to get a Pyroblast or a Duress to protect this. This Thorn. So let's Duress here. I get to resolve another Night's Whisper. All right. It's Rolling Sandstorm. Fair enough. So we got our Thorn. Got our Bajuka Bug, hit their graveyard. So the next Swirling Sandstorm doesn't work. Then I got my Rager. All right. Pyroblast is a great draw. Deep Analysis, I kind of want to Pyroblast that, to be honest. Yeah, let's Pyroblast that. What you gonna do about it, opponent? Especially since I drew another Pyroblast, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the Bug. And I'll probably discard a Chainer's Edict. If I draw another land, I'll discard the land. Okay. Reason I also like countering this is I can force them to spend some mana on it. Yeah, I'll Pyroblast that too. I'll Pyroblast anything. Alright, they're down to 10. So I've got answers to all their creatures, if they ever draw any. Don't think there's any reason to bog them here. They're going to have a really hard time taking this Monarch token from me. I've got tons of removal, and even if just the Echoing Decay resolves, they don't get to hit me. Or what'd they get? So they'll probably double Flame Slash my guys. They got rid of both Flame Slashes. Kept the Bolt, which they're about to cast. Maybe not. Well, alright then. I'm going to bog that stuff away, I think. Actually, I don't really have to at this point. Still in for 1. I think they might be trying to just kill me. So I'm going to play the Radiant Fountain. Just so they can't hit me with like 4 bolts. Yep, 1 accumulated knowledge. Let's discard the Mountain. So I need to draw 1 more bolt to just burn them out. I think I'd rather have this Siphon Life. I gotta take this Echoing Decay out. I gotta take more of this removal out, I think. Yep, there goes our Thorn. Alrighty. Well, first I'm gonna bog them. See if they cast their Accumulated Knowledge. I wanna keep forcing them to have stuff, so I'm gonna play this guy out. I'm gonna leave creatures in there. I don't expect this dude to resolve, and hopefully it's not excluded though. Yep, got excluded. So I should have probably played the bog afterwards just to get that exclude out of their graveyard. I think they're out of all this stuff. Yep, Flurry's fine. So I have like a bunch of removal for these guys. I do have to make sure they don't hit me this turn though. Let's terminate 1. Terminate 2. Alright, I still have the Monarch. I'm still not drawing anything. I'm also, another reason to save this bolt is my Reaping the Graves will be a lot stronger if I can bolt and stuff all in the same turn as the turn I cast my Reaping the Graves. Just gonna keep forcing them to have stuff. It's pretty brutal to get Chittering Ratsed when you're behind. Alright, Lightning Bolt. We got the Rager. See what we draw here. Another rat would be awesome. Dress is pretty good. Curse actually might kill us, so I think I have to take that. I don't have a ton of time left. If they curse me. Yeah, I'll take the curse. That's an iffy one. The Swirling Sandstorm is just a removal spell, so I don't think it's a huge deal, and it's not even turned on right now. Well, it is now. Let's go ahead and cycle this in case I draw a Pyroblast. Okay, just a deep analysis. Let's see if they Swirling Sandstorm away my Rager. Nope. Alright, well I've got lethal here, but I'm not going to let them know I have lethal until I attack. And I drew the other bolt, so I have super lethal. Alright, we got him that game. So that was good. So the Echoing Decays are really bad. Thermal Alchemist or Siphon Life? Kind of want the Siphon Life, especially if they're going to be Curse of the Bloody Toming me. Alright, let's do that. So that game I was able to resolve Thorn, and that was pretty much it. This hand is really good if I draw black, so I'm going to keep it. Pyroblast, one of my best cards. Probably the best card in the deck in this matchup. And Night's Whisper and Phyrexian Rager are both strong cards too. So my opponent mulliganed. Had a great got a pretty good draw for a mulligan so far. Preordain and a bounce land. Kind of exactly what you're looking for. We have drawn our worst possible card, probably. I don't know, another Angler would have been pretty bad too. It's tough to say which is worse. Alright, well, I'm going to discard the Siphon Life. Curse of the Bloody Tome. I guess I'll counter it. That'll kill us eventually. I assume they have a... Yeah, I assume they're going to counter us anyway. That'll make our angler good, though, if I draw a black source ever. Well, at least I milled away 2 uncastable cards. I just have not been drawing well today in general. Things are just not coming... Things are just not going my way. Been keeping like pretty reasonable hands and just getting completely destroyed. My opponent just hitting amazing cards. Still no black sources, so no black sources in my top 16. Yeah, I don't think I can... Oh geez, I don't think I can afford to deal with that, but... So they kept the flurry and a bolt. Great. I think I'll just discard the Chittering Rats. Like a million years away from casting it. So I'm gonna bolt one of these Minotaurs if they play it. Sure. More cards for my opponent. Yep, you're welcome to discard. This is pretty insane. There's only been 1 land or 2 lands? 2 lands in that entire... all those cards too. I think I'll get rid of an Edict, I suppose. Well, are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? My opponent just has to discard, so they're bolting my face instead of discarding. I thought I saw Flurry of Horns. Do they not have one? Okay, I thought I saw one. Yep, I bolt you. Radiant Fountain. Oh, perfect. I could have Pyroblasted this right there, but I actually don't think that that's why. Like, that's not how we're going to lose the game. We're going to lose the game because I don't find black mana before I'm dead. I'm just going to die to damage. I have to hope some of these miss at some point. Yeah. All right, we're dead. We don't need to keep playing this. No, whatever. I'll keep playing. Okay, now we can quit. Oh. All right, we died. So got pretty unlucky. Didn't draw any black mana for the whole game. We weren't technically dead yet, but even if I drew perfect for the rest of the game, I was going to lose. So, yeah, on to the next round.